Former President Donald Trump is promising to appeal the latest massive court judgment against him. A New York judge today ruled he must pay an additional $83.3 million to advice columnist E. Jean Carroll. She says Trump damaged her reputation by calling her a liar after she accused him of a 1996 sexual assault. A jury awarded her $5 million in a civil verdict last May. Today's ruling came after Trump stormed out of court during Carroll's attorney's closing arguments. He's also been chastised for commenting during the trial and limited in what he could say in court. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes here to discuss. And it's been a wild week for the former president here, winning the New Hampshire primary, but also in court for the E. Jean Carroll defamation case, where he walked out of court today.
Oh, you got to look at it. These are two different things that are happening, and he's doing an excellent job of managing at least one of them. The ship that is the Trump campaign is continuing to move on. It's not stopping, and there's nothing that can stop it. Candidates will jump out of his way, and he'll easily win the next primary that comes up. That's not a problem. In terms of court, that's something totally different. This court process is new to him, and so he's attempting to treat it like it's a political campaign, which it's not. The court system has a lot of rules in place specifically to keep the process moving and to keep court orderly. It's a place that is historic. It's very, old-fashioned. It's not a place for yelling out things or talking to yourself, which he's alleged to have done, or walking out while in the middle of closing arguments. It was interesting. The judge put it on the record. He stopped and said, hey, for the record, former President Trump just walked out of the room. Okay, continue with your arguments. Yeah, that's normal. Very formalistic.
As a lawyer yourself, would you advise your client to do something like this? And also, Alina Habba, his attorney, was also almost threatened to be thrown in jail today as well.
100%. I'll say this. Decorum for a person, the client, is one thing. Decorum for an attorney is totally different. She knows the rules. She should not be doing 90% of the things that she's doing. Going back and forth.
Who's calling the shots in that?
Right. Going back and forth with the judge is not good. You want to do a lot of, ensuring that you show your client that you're working hard at advocating for them, but you don't want to get borderline where you're going at it with the judge, where they're telling you you're about to go to jail or I'm about to hold you in contempt. That's crossing the line. In terms of a strategy, no, I wouldn't advise my clients to do anything like this, because you're always trying, in the eyes of the judge, to ensure them that you're doing things above board. This is theatrics. This isn't a play. This isn't any type of campaign.
Does this hurt him with the jury as far as extra damages added on?
The best part about it is most of these things are happening outside the presence of the jury. And so when he's doing this talking, the judge had already called a recess when her attorney was saying, listen, I think he's talking to himself. He's saying stuff out loud. So the judge sends the jury out of the room. They address former President Trump and tell him, hey, you can't do this. And then they bring the jury back in. Why? Because there's a formalistic way to ensure the jury isn't tainted, isn't getting anything that he's doing on the side. If he was doing this in front of the jury, yeah, I think it would hurt him. I think it would. The jury would say, listen, this is theatrics. He's not taking this serious.
Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes.